Morning, folks. It's a bit windy, can you tell? Listen to the breeze. Oh, I'll flick you around so you don't see me blown around. Whew. Keeping Tilly on the lead at the moment, just because when we're in the woods, well, she's a little bit, with her eyesight's not brilliant on one of her eyes, and the wind disorientates her. I don't want her to be spooked and charge off somewhere. Once we get on the field, if she wants to go that way, I'll get her off the lead. Yay! Do you want to go off the field? To the field? Yeah? There we go. Wait, don't push me, don't pull me. Hang on. Wait a minute. Wait. Let's get her off the lead. Good girl. There we go. Happy girl. It's just that way she can see what's going on. She's not going to get spooked. Don't know if you can see those shards of light coming through. Amazing. What a wild morning. It's glorious. I do like a good morning like this. Like all the mornings. Grateful that I could see another morning. So yesterday was quite epic. Poppy got this amazing birthday gift from her aunts. And it was to go for a tiger experience at Banham Zoo. And most of you know, Poppy is hoping to train to become a veterinary nurse when she finishes her GCSE. She's got her interview for Easton College in a couple of weeks, and she's really hoping. She's got work experience next week at a local vet's. She's done this all herself, which is a big deal for somebody who's on the spectrum and naturally shy. Because she's so determined that this is something that she wants to do. It's like, okay, I've got to do these things, and as long as she has a plan, she does it. Anyway, I digress. The reason I tell you this is that yesterday, I don't know if you've seen some of my photos from yesterday, she and Pete stayed with Mum and took her out. They went out for lunch, and Poppy and I went to Banham Zoo, and Poppy got to feed Mishka the tiger. It was awesome, and I was close enough to see. And then we went in to sort of where the zoo team go in, the zookeepers go in to check on her and weigh her, and you know, near where her den is and things like that. And we were able to go in there and see what they have to do, how they have to do safety checks before they go into that enclosure, because obviously Mishka is a big tiger. And when we got in there, she'd silently come into her den area and was stalking us from around the corner of the doorway. There was a big, obviously, gate there, and we were perfectly safe. But it was incredible to be that close to the tiger, that close to her. For her to be very much watching us was quite something else. So that was awesome. It was awesome just having the day with Poppy, to be honest. Just being able to spend some time with her and just share that experience with her was so amazing. So very, very grateful of that. Then they get back, and one of our friends came over. We had a lovely supper together, and then we had more people come over for an amazing drum circle last night. It was very deep. It was amazing. I hope everybody got what they needed who came, because I certainly did, and it was incredible. So I offer my thanks to those seen and unseen that joined us yesterday, because it was incredible. Really, really special. So yeah, it's a morning of gratitude, really. Obviously, windswept and interesting for me today. Tilly's having a great time with the lead, because she ended up, because I was out with Poppy yesterday, I didn't take her for a walk. Pete did, and she was not best impressed that I calmed her off onto Pete for the walk. So she was very happy today that she saw I had my waterproof on, my welly boots, and we were out. So she's happy. Making the most of the fact that I've got Poppy off now for 2 weeks, but next week she's, as I say, doing work experience for the whole week, so I will be doing it. That's alright, I don't mind doing it. she's managed to, which is really amazing, as I say, get a week's worth of work experience at a vet. So she's really very excited about it, can't wait to do it. She's taking it really seriously, so it's great. So proud of her. And just, as I say, enjoying this windy weather. Waking up this morning listening to the whip around the house. And Mum's good. If anyone wanted to check in, she's alright. She had, unfortunately, we all got the bug a couple of weeks ago, and she really doesn't do well when she gets like these horrible, nasty, fluey cold things. So she wasn't great, and then she got a spider bite on her back, and it was very unpleasant and very nasty, and it made her very sore, didn't very well. But she's kicked it out of her system, all the toxins, and she's much better today, and much better over the weekend. She's just been improving. So anybody who I know, I've been chatting to a few folks, and they've been sharing their concern, but it was, so thank you so much for sending your loving vibes, and she's doing so much better now, so thank you. And then she had something really lovely happen to her. I don't know, like I've shared this a few times, but Mum is a retired actress. She's done Broadway, she's worked with some amazing actors in her past. One of her first roles, she was understudy for Joan Plowright, and played opposite Sir Laurence Olivier on stage. She was only 18, so quite amazing. And she went off, she was actually auditioned by Neil Simon, and ended up being one of the Pigeon Sisters for The Odd Couple, which led to work with Disney. And she was one of the geese in Aristocats, and she was Maid Marian in Disney's version of Robin Hood, and just some other things. But the reason I'm telling you this is that my uncle is a drummer and musician, and through the links of the marvels of the internet, have linked Charles to Mum, and a fan was tracking Mum down just to send a letter of sort of thanks for her voice for Maid Marian. And as she'd been feeling a bit grotty and, not so great, and when you don't feel very well, you feel a bit low, don't you? Well, anyway, this letter came via my uncle Charles, and it lifted her so much. So it was so lovely that somebody had taken the time to write this letter to Mum, and just express their thoughts of her voice and what it meant to them growing up. So really special. So I helped her get a letter back to them. So that'll be them. But talk about things happen when they're supposed to, sort of timing, and when things, that you always kind of think, when you're sort of worrying about things, stressing, and you almost got to take that breath, haven't you? Go, right, one moment at a time, it will happen when it's supposed to. Things are unfolding, and sometimes it might feel really difficult or a struggle. And I know that I've got some friends that are going through some dark times right now, and I'm sending them, as I've told them, they are much in my thoughts, and I'm sending them a lot of loving energy and hugs, and it's their story to share if they decide to. But just sending oceans of love out to them, and sending that continued support. Know that you guys are in my thoughts, and hope everything becomes lighter than expected. But if not, say we're here, you're in our thoughts, and one step at a time, trying to be that gentle kindness to ourselves. We're very not very good at being kind to ourselves at times. Can you see that? It looks like two eyes and light shining out from them. Isn't that amazing? But yes, be kind. We can be patient with other people a lot of the time, but find it very hard to be patient with ourselves, be kind to ourselves. You know, our inner shadow self at times can be a right one for pulling that down, that inner script. And you need to acknowledge that, working on that shadow self, working on that. Acknowledge it, recognize it, embrace it as part of you, or maybe recognize where it comes from and those responses and why that triggers you. And then embrace it, allow it to be through you, because you kind of start actually looking into it, digging into it, and doing it with kindness, not like that, but actually in a gentle, caring way. Things will unknot gradually and gently as it's supposed to. God, look, can you see that? It looks either like a dragon or a horse, whichever way you look at it. Anyway, those shards of light are really incredible. Anyway, so I'm going to stop rambling now. I hope you all have a wonderful Monday, whatever you might be doing. I'm going to be preparing and making soul cakes for the end of the week, and decorating and just making merry wherever I can with the people that I love that are close to me, and thinking about the people that I love that are far away, and sending them all my oceans and oceans of love. So have a wonderful Monday.